Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into one of Aesop's most insightful fables, The Fox and the Goat. It's a timeless story that's as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. It's all about foresight, quick thinking, and the dangers of acting on impulse. So grab a comfy seat, and let's explore the valuable lessons hidden within this classic tale. Our story begins on a warm, sunny day in the countryside. A clever, yet somewhat unlucky, fox was trotting through a field. Maybe he was chasing a butterfly, or perhaps just daydreaming about his next meal. Whatever the case, he wasn't paying full attention to where he was going. And just like that, disaster struck. He stumbled and tumbled head over heels into a deep well. Splash! The water was cool and refreshing, but that was little comfort. The fox paddled around, his paws scrabbling against the cold, mossy stones of the well's walls. He looked up. The circle of blue sky seemed so far away. He tried to jump, stretching his body as far as it would go, but his claws couldn't find a grip. The walls were just too high and too slick. For a moment, a wave of panic washed over him. Was this it? Was he going to be stuck down here forever? But this was no ordinary fox. He was known throughout the forest for his sharp mind and cunning nature. So instead of wasting his energy in frantic panic, he calmed himself down. He floated on his back, looked up at the sky, and started to think. Every problem has a solution, he thought to himself. I just need to be patient and find it. Hours passed. The sun climbed higher in the sky, and the fox's stomach began to rumble. He was not only trapped, but also getting incredibly thirsty and hungry. Just as he was starting to lose hope, he heard a sound from above. Clip-clop, clip-clop, it was the sound of hooves. Peeking up over the edge of the well was a goat, with a long, shaggy beard and a very thirsty look in his eyes. The goat had been wandering all morning under the hot sun and was desperate for a drink. Seeing the fox in the well, he didn't suspect a thing. To the goat, it seemed perfectly natural that someone would be in a well on such a hot day. "Hello down there," the goat bleated. "Is the water good?" Now, a flash of brilliance, or perhaps cunning, sparked in the fox's eyes. This was his chance. This was the opportunity he had been waiting for. He had to play this perfectly. Instead of shouting for help or revealing his predicament, the fox put on his most charming and enthusiastic voice. "Good?" he exclaimed. "My dear friend, it's not just good, it's magnificent. It's the finest, purest, most refreshing water in the entire country. I've been traveling all day, and I've never tasted anything so sweet. It's so cool and crisp, it's like drinking straight from a mountain spring." The fox then took a dramatic gulp of water, splashing it around. "Ah, delicious. There's plenty for both of us, you know. Why don't you jump in and see for yourself? You look awfully thirsty." The poor goat's throat was parched. The fox's description of the water sounded like paradise. All his caution flew out the window. The idea of cool, sweet water was just too tempting to resist. Without a second thought, without even a moment's hesitation to consider how he might get back out, the goat tucked his legs and leaped straight into the well. Splash! The goat landed right next to the fox and immediately started to drink, gulping down the water greedily. He was so focused on quenching his thirst that he paid no attention to the fox at all. And that was the moment the fox had been waiting for. With lightning speed, before the goat even knew what was happening, the fox jumped onto the goat's broad, sturdy back. From there, he took another nimble leap, planting his front paws firmly on the goat's long, curved horns. He used them like a stepladder. With one final powerful push, the fox sprang up and out of the well, landing safely on the soft grass above. He shook the water from his coat, feeling the warm sun on his fur. Freedom. He had done it. He had outsmarted his situation. Meanwhile, back in the well, the goat had finally finished drinking his fill. He looked up, feeling refreshed, but then the reality of his situation hit him. He was trapped. He saw the fox, safe and sound, and realized he had been tricked. "Hey!" the goat cried out, his voice echoing in the well. "Wait, you can't just leave me here. Help me out, please. That wasn't very fair." The fox paused for a moment at the edge of the well and looked down at the foolish goat. He wasn't filled with pity, but with a kind of cynical wisdom. He was already thinking about his next adventure, his escape from the well already a distant memory. He wasn't going to waste time helping the one who had been foolish enough to fall for his trick. As he started to trot away towards the safety of the woods, he called back over his shoulder. "My friend," he said, with a sly grin, "if you had as much sense in your head as you have hair in your beard, you would have thought about how to get out before you jumped in. and with that final piece of advice, the fox disappeared into the trees, leaving the poor foolish goat alone at the bottom of the well to regret his hasty decision. So, what can we take away from this story? The moral is famously summed up in 4 simple words. Look before you leap. It's a powerful reminder about the importance of foresight and critical thinking. The goat's problem wasn't his thirst. It was his failure to think ahead. He acted on impulse, driven by his immediate desire for water without considering the consequences. He saw an apparent solution to his problem but didn't look beyond that immediate gratification. How often do we do the same thing in our own lives? We might jump into a new job offer because the salary is great without considering the company culture or the work-life balance. We might make a large purchase on impulse because it's on sale without thinking about our long-term budget. We might even enter a relationship quickly because we're lonely without considering if we're truly compatible with the other person. The fox, on the other hand, exemplifies strategic thinking, albeit in a very self-serving way. When he fell into the well, he didn't panic. He assessed his situation, stayed patient, and waited for an opportunity. When the goat appeared, the fox didn't just see a thirsty animal, he saw a way out. He crafted a plan and executed it flawlessly. Now, we're not saying you should be cunning and manipulative like the fox, tricking others for your own gain. The fox's character highlights the power of strategy, but his lack of empathy is a clear flaw. The true lesson is to combine the fox's foresight with the goat's, well, hopefully non-existent impulsiveness. We should aim to be strategic and thoughtful, but also ethical and considerate of others. The story teaches us to always ask, what's the exit strategy? Before we commit to something, before we jump in, we need to have a clear idea of how things will play out. What are the potential risks? What are the long-term implications? Is there a way back if things don't go as planned? Thinking ahead isn't about being pessimistic or fearful. It's about being prepared. It's about making informed decisions rather than reactive ones. It's the difference between being in control of your destiny and being a victim of circumstance, like the poor goat left at the bottom of the well. So the next time you face a tempting opportunity or a pressing problem, take a moment, pause, think, channel your inner, more ethical fox. Consider all the angles. Look for the way out before you jump in. It's a simple piece of advice, but it can save you from a world of trouble. That's all for our story today. What did you think? Have you ever been a goat and leaped without looking? Or have you used a bit of fox cunning to get out of a tight spot? Let us know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love reading your stories and insights. If you enjoyed this fable and the lessons we've explored, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. That way, you won't miss our next journey into the world of timeless stories and wisdom. Thanks for watching, and remember to always look before you leap. See you next time.